Good morning and welcome to Blade Talk Daily. I am your host. No. Hope y'all had a good night. Saturday night. If I was gonna pick a night to go out at my age, it would probably be Saturday night. I don't know, Friday night, just something about after a good day off on Saturday. If you've been at work, I guess it's good to go Friday nights, but I like getting home and relaxing, and then by the time Saturday night rolls around, that might be a good night to go out. Unfortunately, I have to work night, so I would have to ask off if I wanted to go out, but if any of you did go out last night, I hope you had a good time. We'll get into how we start usually every video. It's talking about what I carried last night. And I actually carried a couple of knives that are the reason for the topic of the show. I carried a Giant Mouse Ace Biblio XL, which I learned during the night has perfect action for me. I will say that. But I think perfect action overall. I don't think you could get any better out the box action. It's got nested liners. But you get it past that detent and it just drops, and the way the blade finishes it, like, it is so perfect. It just drops, and then the weight of the blade as you turn it up. What's up, bro? Sever 7. Yeah, man. I commented on your video, on one of your videos. You need to go check your notifications. I got to see what you look like, actually, so that was cool. I also subscribed to your channel. But I asked you on your video what grail you found. And Gen X blade. Huh. Alright. Whoops, forgot to turn my light on. Sorry. Let me get it raised up here. I got a little mini tripod, and I have one of those nice rechargeable foldable lights. It goes on a camera mount. You can put it off to the side. It's got all the weird modes, like whoops, hold on, let me turn it down a little bit and you can see the modes. It's got how do you even get to the modes? Push in on something. Oh, there we go. You can go through the colors, or then you can go through like the police. Let's see, what is that? It looks like a some kind of other ambulance. That's it. That shows like ambulance on it. If you're prone to seizures, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, this one goes with music, so when I talk, it's gonna make the thing. Okay, that's cool. SOS. It's got some weird ones. It's got some like random lightning. Then it's got a fade that goes through, I guess, all the colors. But it's got like a TV. So like this, you're supposed to put this in a room in a movie if it's supposed to look like the TV's on, and it kind of like flickers different shades. I don't know. It does some weird stuff. Candlelight, campfire, back to police, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I had it on just regular light. The Primark. Yeah, I went and looked it up, man. I saw your thing. It's their limited edition X line or something weird like that. I went and tried to price it everywhere. Of course, they had one that was full titanium. I guess I don't know if they all are, but there was one that was darker. I thought it had an inlay, but I think it's just a different color titanium. It might be a titanium inlay. I don't know, but I looked them up, and I was like, dang, all knives have to have a carbon fiber inlay nowadays, huh? back to the Biblio XL. Perfect action. You get it there, the blade just drops. And perfect flipper length. If you're going to have a knife, a big knife, if you want to throw a little bitty flipper on it, I might not delete it. But otherwise, if it's got a nice blade window, a blade hole, I'm going to delete that flipper. Because I just don't like flippers. But this one works perfectly. It's at the right angle at the pivot. And it's very easy to fire. I don't think it would fail. I'm not going to try, but we'll go look up that knife in just a minute. Sever 7. And then the next knife in my back pocket was the Giant Mouse Ace Nazca. And this is a great knife. I like the blade shape. I like the handle shape. I like how it fits in your hand great. Gives you a good grip. I like that even though it's a shorter blade, it's still really comfortable in my hand, even though it's like 3.5 fingers. Real comfortable. But there's one bad part about this knife, and I think I'm going to take advantage of the problem with this knife in doing a video putting it in a video about modding a knife, because I would keep this knife and love this knife. I love the grind on it. I love the shape. I love the blade shape. I love the action on the crossbar. But the only problem with this knife is this backspacer and the point on it. That point right there makes a heck of a hot spot right in the palm of your hand. And you can almost see a mark, like where it's red. I mean, you can. When I'm holding that knife, it's digging in right there. I didn't think you'd be able to see it, but it's digging in right there. And if I want to sit here and use the crossbar lock 30 or 40 times in a row, just kind of messing with the knife, by about the 6th time or 7th time, I'm already feeling it dig into my palm. So we're going to take out this backspacer. Instead of getting rid of this knife that I like everything else about, we're going to take out this backspacer and we're going to round off that corner in a nice shape. And the scales are already kind of rounded off, so it won't matter. But there's enough material there too. I looked at it, and if you look close, it's wider up here at the top. So as long as we start up here at the top, it's going to keep that same width all the way through. Actually, we could do it on either side, but the bottom side's not hitting me. It's this top side. So we're going to take and we're going to round off that corner. It might not look that sharp, but it's where it lands in your hand, and it is sharp. All right. So that's what I had in my pocket last night. Now let's go look up what Sever 7 said. And that was the Primark Gen X knife. Nope, that's my phone. Man. I might have partaken this morning. Let's see. I got Gen X Primark. Is that right? Gen X Primark knife. Whoa, what happened? I just took a... That's pretty wild. Sorry. Primark by Gen X Blade. Let me zoom it up a little. Wow, man. That's a nice looking knife. I hope it comes in a version without the holes. Does it have a version without holes? Please, God, tell me so. No. It comes in this version. Once sold out, it's gone. Look. Look who made it. My number one. Good choice, man. Nice knife. Let me turn off this stupid text. Oh, they make one without... Are you saying yes, they make one without holes? Is that what you're saying? I hope so, because that'd be an awesome knife. That's a nice Grail knife, man. Anything over $500 is definitely a Grail. I've got some that almost reach Grail level, but I don't really have like what I would consider a Grail knife yet. Oh, go back to Google. Sorry. All right, I got you. Let me go to images here. Oh, okay. Oh, what's that? They got one with the square that fills the holes? Have you seen that one? I'm not going to hit play. All right, I got to check it out. We got to look at it. It's Riot, man. It looks like Riot.
Incredible. And it lends to that definition of...
I don't want to listen to him very long, but no, I'm just joking. Man, while that's paused there, though, I want to show you how much it looks like. I mean, Riot just kind of exudes character that they have, and dang it, where are you? Hold on, I'm going through 100 good knives. Why is it not up close to the front? Should be. Bastide, Kunwu, Best Deck, where are you? Good God. I've touched every knife in here. It's got to be up here in the front somewhere. Oh, yeah, it was up here in the front where I thought. Sorry. What am I saying sorry for? It's my video. So look at the lines on that one compared to the lines on that one. Hold on, let me get it placed right. That's a lot of good. I mean, if Riot keeps making knives like that, they can't lose. It's even got the same little line. The back slopes off. What about the choils? The choil on that one, on yours, is goes out the blade further. Mine is on the blade part. It's back by the handle. Yours kind of goes out on the... I'm totally cool. Everything Riot make, I mean, not everything, but I love their quality. And I love when somebody else asks them to make a knife like they like making. That's the whole thing. Is you have to, it works great when there's people asking for them to make a knife like they're good at making. Somebody wants a nice a nice harpoon with nice grinds and perfect fit and finish and feel, and see, that one has what I would call perfect action too. It's just the blade weight and then turn it up a little bit. This one's a little less even than this though. This right here is just perfect. for me, you can't ask for better action. You get it past that, the blade weight, and then turning it up. All right, anyway. Great knife. And you found a good price on one, hopefully? Oh, you said 7. Okay, hold on. Wasn't paying attention. I mean, I figure this one, yeah, or is it that one? Or is it that one? Oh, that's 7. Did you get the full Damascus one? What is that? That's my Grail knife. Did Riot make that thing? Who made that? What is that knife? That's not the same knife. Turd burglar. Are you usually not up at this time of the day? Oh, this one was too? No, I meant this. This isn't the same company as that other knife we just looked at, is it? No. Oh, maybe it is. Why is it from a different website? Why is one from... Oh, they're not. They're all Good Screw is the name of their website. I was confused because the Gen X Blade and then the Good Screw kind of threw me off, but they're all okay. So that one's probably... I wonder if they get the blades made and assemble the blades. There's got to be a reason it's more than twice the price besides just the Damascus, because I told you 2025 is the year of Damascus. It's coming down in price. And people are gonna, yeah, 5 to 6 a.m. is pretty early. Man, that's a cool knife. You know, I hope you found the one that you want, because I'm going to start looking for one. I'm selling a bunch of knives. I decided I'm going to go through and I'm going to keep all my nice clones that I like. On the little window, which one? Hold on. This one? That's where I went to go there, but is this the version you got? This one right here? I didn't ever understand. The one I just clicked on the wild thing on? Because that kind of sounds like when you said inlays. That's the one I picture. Oh, all right. You mean X on this window? Oh, okay. This one. This one right here. That's the one I'm guessing. Because you're a semi kind of guy. You may close it again? Did I click the wrong picture again? All right, I'm going to close it again just to make you happy. Okay, I got it right. You're a semi kind of man. February. Oh, is that? Oh, that might be the actual one you're buying. Oh my goodness. Okay, I get it now. I got it. I'm a little slow this morning. I might have partaken. I'm laying back on my couch, relaxing. No, it's all good. I put it all together. Well, that's cool. I guess I should click on it and see whose channel that is. 'Cause I can't see that.
All right, guys.
Okay. I hope you offered him 400. Yeah, man. Did you not hear me talking about it? That I looked it up last night and I figured out which one I liked, but I thought the inside of it might have been like an inlay at first. Yeah, I will like the silver wing. I do like the silver. I mean, good choice. Sorry. Yeah, it was like it popped up on Blade H. Yeah, Knives. Yeah, Premium X Series. And I thought these pictures make it look like it's got an inlay or it's micarta or something. But when I clicked on it, I saw that it's full titanium. And I think that's just a different color. I think it might be a titanium inlay. It's a different color. I don't think. Yeah, I think that's milling on the back scale. And then this is a insert that they made and they did a different treatment on the titanium, so I can deal with that knife. And it looks like the Squirrel Master on that side, with that rough pattern, that rough texture. Yeah, at the beginning of the video I told you, I said I looked it up and I do like it. And if you notice, it's got that same kind of blade shape. But it reminded me of I don't know why. I guess it's just a texture thing. And it's not really like it. I just now noticed, but the texture on this is it's got that weird kind of pattern to it. It's got like I mean, it's like they ran it over a belt sander on like 20 grit paper, 30 grit paper or something. They probably did it with a mill, but it's got that rough kind of texture. I don't know if maybe you just had a shitty end mill that left that surface or something. I don't know. The new one, I reordered the new one. All right, so my opinion, I've seen some things. I decided I'm just gonna any knife that I show in the video, I'm just gonna stack up on my table here. So if it makes itself in the video, it gets laid on the mat. But oh man, what was I gonna say? Oh my god, don't let me do that. Oh yeah. There's people have talked about their packages are stuck at the border because of this thing with China. And I'm thinking that maybe they got sent in that limbo time before the law changed. And so they're nobody paid the tariff. So I saw a couple of, there's a USPS Reddit subreddit that talks about, it's people complaining about their packages being lost, and they post things, and it said something like taxes not paid or something, and it was just kind of sitting there. So I think it came through that during that limbo time. Anyway, what I'm getting at is I canceled a few orders because people are freaking out, and I think they're going to take it. What my opinion is, it's going to take them a few weeks to get all that worked out and figure out how to charge, because they're going to have to charge at the other end. Because the tariffs, U.S. citizens shouldn't have to pay the tariffs. Now, if one of my knives gets stuck at the border and I've got to pay that tariff in order to get it, good morning, Knives Are Life, then I'll pay that tariff. But we're not supposed to be the ones suffering from that tariff. It's supposed to put taxes on the other people. So that means people are going to start jacking up prices. But what about the ones that haven't yet? And what about whatever process they have to go through to pay some extra for a tariff? If that's not in place yet, then how are they ever going to start collecting the money? Because they said the main carriers here are going to deal with collecting the money, but that most people probably think that means collecting it from us, but it's not from us. I mean, yes, we might have to pay more and cover it, but it's not directly out of our pockets. So anyway, there was a few knives that I had ordered and canceled, and one of them was the new Squirrel Master. And it's got a cool blade like the one we were just looking at. That's what I was getting at. The whole point of the story was it has a cooler blade than the one on the table. And I just brought it up. Yeah, it's that blade. It's got that same texture handle though. But it's almost got that kind of I don't know, it looks cooler when it's closed too, because of how big the blade is. See if there's a picture of it. I think there is. Man, this mouse sucks. I like how they show the breakdown. The lock bar insert looks, that ball, detent ball looks healthy. That's a big boy. That reminds me of that kid's nickname was working for Elon this week in the news. Oh, you're getting your hardware? Nice, man. Yeah, super cool. They charge you like $8 or $10 or something? Or they send it for free? I thought, since I carried 2 giant mouse knives last night, and it was suggested to me that I show subs, I decided that I was going to show some subs today. We'll talk about giant mouse and see what y'all's opinion was on giant mouse. If you've had one, if you like them, if you don't like them, if you think they're overpriced. So the first one I got, awesome, man. Getting it free, that's cool. That's a good quality. Man, I hate to even show this. Wow. The first time I went to fill this flipper tab on this knife, it failed on me. And I was like, this is my second giant mouse. It barely failed. And if I use any kind of pressure, it'll open good too, but it did fail. But yeah, this is my second one. This is a Ace Tribeca. It's close in size to the Biblio XL. Biblio XL is a little bigger and the blade's a lot bigger. So have y'all owned giant mouse knives? It's not as bad as I made it out to be. It's actually, this knife hasn't been opened in I don't know how long, and if it's hard to get it to fail, but I did, and it failed halfway right there. Yeah, that detent is not like it should be. I think the lock bar was pressing on it too much, and it was making me have to like shake it to get it closed. So I might have taken a little bit out of that lock bar, and I need to check and see the detent ball, like if it needs a little more pressure. I mean, it definitely needs a little more pressure, but. So that's those. And then this is the Ace Riv. They've definitely got their own style. You can, I mean, I don't know. And then this is the Nibbler. I've got them in the wrong order. In the box, they go like this. But I thought, because they make some pretty cool fixed blades too, so we're going to go look at them. I got a bunch of knives to look at too. Giant mouse. All right, let's get the screen adjusted, maxed out. All right, that's a new one that I hadn't seen, I don't think. Huh. It's got almost... That's a cool looking knife. So they got some fixed blades too that are pretty cool. In fact, I think one of theirs won fixed blade of the year. It's something. Pretty dang sweet. That blade shape that they use conveys itself to a fixed blade nicely. I'm not even mad about that branding. I don't know. Something about the name doesn't bother me. I like the fact they make a blank one too. Or, I mean, I like the fact that you can take it down to, how are those? So those scales go through a hole. One of these holes, they don't screw into the scales. They go through a hole. It's that second hole. Go right through there and there, I'm betting. Yep, there and there. So that's cool. So you could make any kind of material you wanted to. Morning gaming sandals. Yep, that's a super cool knife for 195 bucks. Blade steel N690. The GMF2 is pretty nice too. GMF4. Well, they got a good little selection of fixed blades. They have more than I thought they had. I like that brass one. I mean, it's pretty nice. See, if you had a CNC machine, you could easily machine your own brass handles. You can make any kind of material you wanted. Man, that sheath is nice too. A Blizzard Dang, man, I can't imagine that. I forget it's winter everywhere. Like, the worst I have to deal with is, ooh, it's cold today. But y'all still got like inches of snow and stuff. I don't watch many knife YouTube channels, but I do watch some stuff in my free time. And when I got home this morning, I watched. Y'all ever heard of a guy named Musty One? It's MUSTIE, the number one. He's an automotive. He's a car YouTuber that works on cars. He's pretty famous in the car channel space. Anyway, I watched some of him. And there's a guy building, I watched some of those tiny builds and like, he's doing a box truck build. And I don't even know his channel. But that's what I watched when I had a little spare time when I got home. Watched a car show and a guy working on a tiny house in the back of a box van instead of knife channels. I guess I get my knife channel out during this, doing this. So I want to watch other stuff. Those are the only giant mouse I have at the moment. And I didn't even finish looking through the folding. I went straight to the fixed blades and didn't even look at the ace line. Tribeca, Biblio XL, the Riv, the first one I got was a Sonoma V2. I like the Ace Corda. What is the Ace Bleeker? That's a very sleek looking. You know, some people love those kind of knives. It's amazing to me how everybody's taste is different. Because I see guys posting a bunch of these knives, like they've got 7 or 8 in that style knife, and that's just not my style. I mean, it's a cool knife. Like, now looking at it, like, I'm like, yeah, it's a cool knife, and I'm sure there's lots of people out there that's their favorite style of knife, but I don't know. Whoops, that sucked. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm glad companies try to make a variety for all the different people to be happy, because if they do, I don't know. I get shocked sometimes at some of the photos I see of people's collections, because I'm like, yeah, they do make 20 different kinds of OTFs. So I guess you could be into OTFs that much that you got 20 nice ones. Like, it's just not my thing, but everybody's a little different, you know? Pretty wild. Let's see. So Sonoma V2 is the one I had. Mine was a green micarta. It's one of the only knives I've sold. Just because, like I said, that's not my style. Like, I like big, beefy. I got big hands, and so knives like that just kind of disappear in my hand. And so I feel like I'm holding a steak knife. Good morning, Ron Dobbins. Well, you got a okay. Pina Mule, Moolah, not Mule, Moolah in red carbon fiber. Well, that's bright. I know what a Mini Nova is, and I know Pina Knives, but I don't know the Moolah in red carbon fiber. So let's check that out. Pina Moolah red CF. Rogue Extreme. But there you go. I always got to add knife. I forget. Mula X in the red carbon fiber. So it's that one. Right there. It's a cool knife. Another Riot knife, I'm betting. You got a Riot on the table already, so. Yep, Riot. Wow, you can click on Riot. That's not a bad thing. It shows you the ones that Riot helped them make, which is just about all of them, it looks like. Let's go back. Related products. So that's the only picture they have. One picture. It looks kind of beefy. It's not a small, tiny knife. I've got my up here in the front row too. I've got the only Pina that I got, which is the mini diesel. And I love the quality. I mean, this just feels like a great knife. It needs to go over here with the other Riot on the table. But I love this knife. It's one of my few that's in some nice micarta with the Damascus or Zerk. I don't know. It's one. I guess it's Damascus pivot and the pivot. Can't see the pivots. But cool knife. I like the big finger choil on the front of it. My fingers will get on top of the blade sometimes on the edge. So I like a good choil. Action on it. Perfect. And then I've got the Nova. The Nova. I got the Nova. Like I said, I got big hands. That's just my style knife. I don't know. So weird. And I got this is another one I'm gonna sell. Because it's either I collect all the Vero knives, which I don't think I want to do, or I get rid of this one and just keep the Nova. This is an Impulse thin, and I don't know what makes it thin. Oh, that reminded me, Sever 7. Knowing now that you like thin knives, because of how you were talking about that one in the video, you definitely need to try a Drift or a Drift L. Because they're super skinny. Like, some people like as a gentleman's knife, they want a real thin knife. And I could kind of tell the way you were talking about that one in the video being so thin. The Vostede, I think it was. That I think you would like if you haven't had a Drift or a Drift L. I think you'd really like one. This Impulse thin, I don't like the back flipper. The D10 is too strong, and I can't take enough out of the lock bar or do anything about it. It's just hard to press this flipper back here. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's harder than it should be. And I've tried to adjust it like multiple times. I don't know. I think it's more about the angle and the placement and the size of it. Because the Nova, well, the Nova doesn't even have that, so I don't even have to worry about that. The Nova's got the front that works perfect. I'm assuming the Mini Nova has the same little front. I'm sure it just looks the same, just smaller. Yeah, I love the action of Novas. And I don't need to collect the whole set of Novas because I've got some nice replica sets of things like, I mean, this, for instance. So I'm going to keep, I don't know, I'm going to keep certain knives of certain kinds and then ones that I've already got a bunch of. Oh, wait. I did get a Sonoma and sell a Sonoma, but I also had another one. I got this on Monthly Knife Club. The Onyx collection. I forgot about that one. I thought I still had one somewhere. I wasn't thinking about it. I thought it was in a different bag or... They have really nice micarta though. It's that real, you can see, I mean, already it doesn't take much to get it. And the action is, I mean, like, if you were a person that liked this style, not this size knife, I mean, this shape knife, it's got an awesome grind on the blade. We can see the lines good. Good satin grind. I mean, it's just not my, you know, it's brand new, never been carried. Ed Durbin is in the house. Ed Yards. Edyard, get in the house. Edyard's a name that makes me want to scream it like a parent would. Sorry. And then there's a lot of knives I bought because of the way they kind of look like Giant Mouse. That's one of them. There's another one. Yeah, this one right here. This is a Farrah Monster Glideman, I think. I keep wanting to say Glide Strike, but it's not a Glide Strike. That's a Sin Cut. This is the Glideman. And so, like, these kind of have that just one and one on the way. I've just got a Dan Carrera 904 and it's right here. It's right here. The knife is getting filled up with heaters today. Yeah, there's Riots and all my Giant Mouses and some Novas and a fake Squirrel Master. This is the only integral that I've got, and it's got heavy poon action, but super comfy. It's got a good enough flat here that you can get a whole finger on that flat, which is kind of different for knives. Usually I'll put that curve in there with a flat. It's almost like you're holding like a steel bar, like how comfortable how confident you would be when just holding a steel bar. It gives you that full, firm, I don't know, it's a cool knife, but it's got his name carved on the back of it. Got it upside down. There's his name. And that's a good look at the cool thing about this knife is if you notice the clip isn't a clip, it's the same piece. So, I mean, some integrals aren't out of the same block, like they don't waste that block for the clip too, to come out of one big block of titanium. I'm lying. That's a different knife. I might have another, wait, this one, wait, I think I am, no. Yeah, I'm lying. There is a screw holding it in. Sorry. I've got another knife where this side of it's a titanium knife and this whole side is carved out of one piece. And it's not this one though. I thought it was, but I don't want to lie to you. So this one is a separate piece. You can see there, but I've got one that they used a big thick block of a titanium and carved out the clip too. But I guess it's only on that side. That's kind of weird, but the action on this one's stupid because look how big the blade is. I mean, the blade can't help but fall. So I don't have to do anything to get that one to close either. Just turn it. I get the keyboard off the table anyway. This ain't a keyboard channel. Ron Dobbins, there you go. Like, that's what I got. Let's go look at it. Let's go look at it. Dan. I don't even know how to spell it. I don't know how to say it. But I don't know how to spell it. I don't think I did. I'm typing with one finger, but see what he's got. I see some harpoons. There's the 904. DTF. That's what you ask. Never mind. Production knife made by Bestech, which is probably in my top 3. Vosted, Bestech, and Riot. Can't beat it. And that's a cool knife too. I really like that one. I didn't know that existed. That must be new. Let's see what they got kind of crazy. Where are the crazy ones? M390 lefty. M390 tie. PVD. Aha. Where's the blade? There we go. M390 tie. Damasteel tie. That's that one. That's the Damasteel in Damascus. It's 580, 425. So we've got it down to 185 bucks. Is what they're charging for Damasteel. And then we got it down to where 580. Wow. If we take out the 185 for the Damasteel, how much is it? 240 to 580. 340 minus the 185. What did I say? 340 minus 185 is 155. So they're charging $155 extra for Damascus scales. So 150 bucks is where we're at right now. I'm trying to figure out what their Damascus is coming down to. It's $150 extra, I think, just for those scales. If I did my math right. I like the flipper tab on that one and everything. Sorry, I can't see the chat either. There's the full dress. I mean, you know, look at the golf divot tool. Dan Carrera sounds like a golfer. The Jax looks cool too, but carbon fiber. All 3 of them. But man, those blades, Bestech's doing their thing. I wouldn't be surprised if Bestech is sending the blades over from Riyadh. Like, I don't know. They're both doing their thing. If you like carbon fiber yet, I mean, you can afford something on this page, can't you? Maybe we'll get you the golf divot tool. I'm just joking. That's too rich for my blood. And oh, they're the ones that make those things. That's why I knew the name Good Screw. I don't know what I was thinking about earlier. Who is it? Is it Lefty? It's making one of those. Who makes the Devo? Y'all, can y'all answer that for me? Y'all know, y'all are in knife channels. I think he was showing, whoever it was talking about changing OEMs and checking out. But they were, the same video had these in them. He had two of these that he'd had manufactured by two different OEMs, I think. Anybody else see that video? It's one of the people, like, it's either LTK or I don't know who it is. I bet I could look up my YouTube search history for Good Screw and it might pop up. I'm not totally sure. Yeah, Gaming Sandals. Weehaw makes great bits. On one of the episodes I showed, we were talking about tools and how important it is to have good tools. And I got both the bigger size handle Weehaw T6 and T8. And then I got Weehaw bits in these little 6 holders, and I got them different colors. So when I go to reach for a T8, I know to always grab the silver one. And when I want the T6, I always grab the copper bronze one. But I also showed that you can buy on Fuchs. What's up, guys? That you can buy 10 packs of Weehaw bits. And once you get into knives big time, you got to have your bits. Like, but yeah, we talked about that, how important good tools are. Yeah, it's the one I got. I got it. I wanted to show y'all this. I think I did. Yeah, it's that Amazon promo code site. It's called My Vipon. And you can get them stuff for half price. And I wouldn't have bought this thing if it was full price. Because it's not worth $50. But this site right here, man, this mouse sucks. Why is it not clicking things? It's like it's moving, trying to drag. Maybe it's my internet. But you can type in like, you can look under tools. You can sort by just tools and it'll show you that. Whoops. They have like, those kits will pop up. They change day to day. There's a neck knife for $10. But anyway, they have these, you just, if it says get coupon, you just click that and it gives you like the promo code for Amazon. So that's a long way of answering your question, but it's this little thing right here. It's it was $50 on Amazon, and it's rechargeable. It's got the USB-C on that end, and then it springs out, and it's got the little driver and the little bits, and it's got the long bits to get down in like electronics on both sides. Yeah, we saw that up there. I knew y'all know the answer. I thought it was Lefty, or I think that's who I said. The other cool thing is they put a little recessed area to where you can push down on the bits and get a hold of each one. You tip them down, and it's like you can get them out easy, because that can be annoying sometimes, and they're all magnetic. And this, it comes with a pair of tweezers too that are tucked in here for electronics, which is pretty cool. And it's got 5 different speeds. I guess you change that by holding this down. There you go. Whoops. I guess you just don't hit anything. And you can go forwards and backwards. And it's got a light on the end. And it's pretty strong. The coolest part about it is it's got some kind of pinion lock or something to where you can really torque down on it once it maxes out. So once the motor maxes out, you can still crank with your hand and get it tight as you want to get. It doesn't strip backward. It doesn't strip. I don't know how to explain it. If you've ever used some, they stop and you feel the motor giving, but this one like locks where you can actually get stuff tight. And it's got all the standard torques, and it's got the eyeglass, fittings and all that too. Anyway, I don't think I'll put a link to it because it's too expensive. You can get cheaper ones. That's the brand though on Amazon, iLavar. And heck, I could show you, I'm sure, really quick. People ask me how to find stuff all the time. I'm like, dude, I just gave you all the keywords you need. iLavar, screwdriver, Amazon. Boom. First link. $50. I don't think it's worth that. I think I would go to, and I would go here and I would type electric precision screwdriver. And there's the same one for $24.57 with free shipping. Same exact one. So that's what I would do. And that, my friends, is the way you go about shopping for things. Because if they sell it on Amazon, you can probably find it for half that on AliExpress. So all you people that hate on China, that's just not branded. It just doesn't have their name silk screened across the front of it or lasered or whatever they do. There's how long, blah, blah, blah. There's the stats on it. There's the bits. Phillips, all the way from 4.0 to 2. It's got the tri-wing for like Nintendo stuff. Square bits. Torques, it's got all those, all the way up to 15 and 20, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 2, 1, 1.2, and 0.8. Well, it's got a nice selection of bits. Here, I'll throw this. I guess I can add. Can you add regular comments on a video? Yeah, you can. You don't have to talk in the live chat. So if I go to another browser and bring up my YouTube channel, I should be able to type in the comments and then pin one. I've been trying to figure out how to do this during the video, and instead of just putting it in chat, I should be able to go down here. You don't have to talk in the live chat. So if I go to another browser and bring up my note, there's not a comment box yet. I should be able to type in the comments and then pin one. I've been trying to figure out how to do this during the video, and instead of just putting it in chat, you should be able to go down here. You don't have to talk in the live chat. So if I go to another browser and bring up my getting a double note, there's not a comment box yet. I should be able to type in the comments. That's pretty wild. And then pin one. I've been trying to figure out. Oh, it's coming through my. Now I understand why it's doing it, because it's recording. All right. All right, so there's that thing for half price. And that's how those coupon sites work, because they're not losing money even at that price. That's less than half price. I got some. There's a pink one for somebody. There's one for 22, the same. No, that pin is different. So is that one. I've seen that one before. They're basically the same thing, but that square pin seems to have the torque, man. I don't know. It's got pretty good torque. Yeah, no, I see that now, folks. Thanks. I thought you could. I guess it's just I've been watching videos, and I see the live chat scrolling by over on the right, and then you can comment. I can go edit the description, but it would stop the stream, I think. Hell, I don't know. We're not even 30 days in yet, but we're getting close. 6 more days, and I'm 30 days in. I guess I'll leave everything I talk about out. Well, I didn't leave the Weehaws out. That'd be a good screenshot, I guess. You're going to have a screenshot. So what else y'all want to talk about today? I'm running out of... Oh, yeah, I had a whole big list. Dang, I forgot about my list. I had all kinds of new knives. Now I got to remember where I put the file. Here it is. I'm opening it. All right. First thing I wanted to talk about. Let me get the browser window back open. All right. Turn off the questions, comments. So, on one of the episodes, we were talking about how the Sumo Hoback had said that Chicago. Okay, Blade HQ, I believe, has the price of the Hoback Sumo at $550. Chicago Knives has it at $389. And somebody was talking about in the chat how he used to claim, USA made and blah, blah, or be proud of Hoback because of the USA. And White Mountain Knives has the actual OEM's Sumo. So the same knife, same exact knife as this knife for $216 compared to $389. So if you buy a knife from Jake Hoback, you're getting robbed. Hoback is keeping a ton of your money for the same knife. This one has blue accents, and the pivot on the clip side, the milling for the pivot on the clip side is different on this one. So when you look at the clip side, the pivot on this one has an odd-shaped pivot. And when Kubi started mass producing them again, they put a regular pivot. But other than that, same OEM. I hope you got it from White Mountain Knives, because if you add this to the cart, it's going to take off another 30%. 35%. If you weren't able to order it from here because they were sold out, which I think they have been, I set them to notify me on all of them. Even though I don't like the black blade one, I would get that one just because I don't want the colors and I like the raw. That's my style right there. I don't know, like, that's me. All right, so that was the first thing. I want to show the difference in those prices. Then we got the Bestech Constellation. This was a new one I thought some of y'all would like, just from the knife shapes that you've mentioned. Magna Cut, top quality micarta, great looking blade. 238. Great new knife. Constellation. Then we got the James brand. Whoops. Why is this not? That's stupid. I should have opened it in Notepad. I gotta grab a stupid keyboard. This is the Rose. The Chapter 2 is the new James brand one I wanted to talk about for a second. See what y'all thought about it. I don't know why every knife has to have this Damasteel Damascus, but that's a super clean knife, and I just wish they would. I wish they would just show a good picture of it fully closed. Like, this is all we get with it fully closed. Like, we can't see it, an overview of it. And they do that a lot on knife sites. They want to leave it cocked half open, and I want to see what it looks like fully closed. Closed. Fully clothed. Yeah, I guess fully clothed too. And what's the links on this? 2.6. Wow. Yeah. Blade to handle ratio, they could have made it 3 inches. They could have easily made that knife 3 inches. Because they got 3.9 on the, I think, closed, 3.8 on the closed. I don't know why they only made it 2.6. It's kind of weird. All right, and then the next was a super cheap knife. A $15 pocket knife. So whoever said it was too rich for their blood, this one shouldn't be. A little budget offering. It's the LST Mini, and I would probably pick this one. $14.95. Cool little blade. $440A for $15. but you get the Gerber guarantee. The guarantee that even though this was probably made in China, it's still going to last you a while. No, I don't know. Oh, and then this is for my Leatherman peeps. Y'all talk about Leathermans all the time. This is the rebar. There's a bunch of different cool colors. Cranberry for your girl. I like how they do the two-tone because you can tell which sides you want to grab. If you got a certain tool you want and you want to do it quickly, that makes a lot of sense. Pretty cool little Leatherman. Pretty cool little pouch. All right, we're just going to keep going through it. I have no idea what y'all are saying. It's all right. Next is the Boker collection, which was it was a unique Boker selection because of the price. And I wonder who, I don't know. It's only got the fuller for opening. They call it a nail nick. But the fuller is the only thing for opening it. Of course, we can't see it closed. I just don't see where the 588 comes from for that Boker. 500 pieces worldwide. 62 to 63 Magna Cut. It's a liner lock. I'm sure that's titanium hardware. By God, it better be. I like it though, and that's what sucks. It's because it's my style of knife.
Yeah, he's told us on stage that he was, and then we're looking at him, and then you can even see in the video, Dom Herrera, legend of a comedian.
Wow, that was totally weird. Y'all could hear my headphones started playing a window in my computer. But yeah, that's my style knife. Move on to the next one. We hadn't talked about a couple of new Spydercos yet. This is one of them. This is the Slip It. So we hadn't talked about this one yet. I want to see what y'all say in the chat about this one. I'm going to go back to chat for a second. Ron Dobbins, yeah, we know about Ashers. We've talked about Ashers quite a few times on here. I've showed my Ashers. I've got 6 or 7 Ashers. Morning Blind Woo Fury. I like that name too. I didn't see you come in. Sorry, I was talking. Trying to catch up in chat. Yeah, the bar, I don't know, James Brand seems like the Apple of knives, like their website, and they're kind of like, they almost seem like bougie, but not like bougie, like hipster, like, I don't know. But what do y'all think about this slip joint Spyderco? The other Spyderco we hadn't really talked about, kind of on the same kind of pattern of things. is this one. I haven't really talked about the Edgerati. I kind of like that price. I'm okay with that price. I kind of feel like when people look at skeletonized knives like me, I'm like, hey, that's less material. Should be less cost. Kind of like how this area looks too, like around the pivot. Like structurally, it should be very sturdy. If you're playing that bridge game or whatever it is, it looks like the truck could drive across this just fine with the structural shapes they put in. And that does matter. This bike wheel looking thing here lets me know that'll be strong too. I don't know how I think about it other than the price is okay. This is one I've been meaning to get for a while that I've heard good things about, and it's Concepts budget line, and it's the Cryo. I want to try out one of their pivot or cross lock, whatever they call. I'll get the Jade one. No, I'll probably get this micarta one. That would be my pick if I was going to get one. I don't know if the Tenables have made it to other retailers yet, or if they're trying to make all the money on their site right now. I would assume they're trying to make all the money. This is the next one. This is a weird knife. This is a company I hadn't heard about. There's a few on this list today that I hadn't heard about. And this is Ram Knives. And you know when you hire a photographer to shoot your knives that you're making high quality knives. Sharp by Coop is who the photographer is. And he does a lot of shots for a lot of people. But that's a pretty nice looking knife right there. Some of these knives on this page, let me know. Look at that. I mean, that's some work. Look at the back of this one. So yeah, this was a guy I didn't know about, Ram Knives. He just came out with a new one. It's called the Wapiti Hunter. Wapiti Hunter. And that looks like lots of people make that kind of that knife. So we're going to have to look up his name too. Ram. Oops, let's see. It looks like maybe, there's my stupid. Hold on a second. Turn the camera on for a second. All right, we're back. Sorry. Looks like that's about as big as we can get it. Slaggle. Let's see, we're looking for the. Should be able to search on his page. Why is it showing me the mobile? Maybe it's not the mobile version. All right, so that's his name. What is it? Wapiti. That ain't it. That ain't it. Hopefully that ain't it, because that's old. I guess you'd have to get a hold of him if you want to. Oh, see, I don't watch that show, so that's why I hadn't heard of him. All right, well, I tried to show his new knife. Then we got the Darkwater Knives Tactical Hunter. That's not it. No, that's not it. Hold on. Well, I don't have the right link for that. Maybe that's it. No. What about this Fat Bubba Skinner? Let's see. All right, I'll move on to the next one since I couldn't find that one. Sorry. I made some notes. I actually made some notes from Blade Magazine. No. I'm not having much luck here. All right, here's another budget offering that I found that I hadn't seen yet. It's the new Scar Max from Syncut. I like the blade shape. I'll get the black one or the blue one. Seems like a decent price. Big old blade, 3.8-inch blade. I think I'd get the blue one. Probably. Another budget one though. See if we can find this custom one. J. McClure's Knives M44. He actually had a few knives that I liked. Let's see. He makes customs, as you can see. He just came out with a new one called the M44, which is a fixed blade. Let's see if we can find a picture of it on here. Little Daddy Hunter, cleaver set. No, it's more of a fighter knife. Sorry. Polar bear. Elephant buoy. Assassin's knife. He'll pretty much make anything you want. You give him enough money, I'm sure. Yeah, some of these custom knives are hard to find. When you hear about like the M44, let me see if I go to images. And that's the M44 Hunter. That's not a bad price for a custom knife. It's actually a decent price. Here's here's another one. This is another budget one. The Founder Series Select. Some of y'all like these little shaped little knives. I hate ads that show you knives like that. It looks like you're running the mill. I don't even know why I picked that one. Looks like you could find something on Amazon for a lot cheaper and about the same. My opinion. Alright, then I had this one. Lynch Knives. PS. These are Australian made. And I guess so far he's got this one. Oh yeah, it was a pig sticking knife #1. That's why, yeah, it was a pig sticker. And if you were in Texas and had a set of dogs and were hunting down some pigs, that would be the knife to use to dispatch them. That would definitely do it. And I think it'd be kind of cool to have a knife from Australia, handmade in Australia. 8-inch blade, so it's not like giant overall. I mean, it's big, but and that's still, I don't know much about it, but and I had one more Stephen Bryan knives. I can't see the chat, by the way, so if I'm ignoring you, I'll get back to you in a minute. These are some more decently priced customs. And he had some, I mean, $600, that's a lot of knife. Coffin handle. You can tell when a man makes a knife when he puts a lot of work into the sheath as well. I mean, that's a pretty sheath. That's a pretty knife. $1,200. The $600 one, I like the way that sheath looks too. 1080. So basically it's leaf spring. Now, is that what 1080 is? Man, I like that handle a lot. I like that knife a lot. It's like, it's got my harpoon shape, but in a bigger size. I'm going to have to add that one to the bookmarks too. What was that Firefly Gen 4? Yeah, that was the other one I added. It's one we talked about yesterday. Well, that's got all my list covered, so yeah, the Lux 3.3 is coming out in a few days. All right, cool. Y'all are talking in there. Yeah, smock is nice. The Vosteed Psyop's nice. Got both of those. My smock's always laying here to the side. Like I've got it I keep it handy. I mean, the fidget factor alone and the double, like the D10 on this knife is something special. A lot of people remove that second one. But I like it. I like the way it feels all the way around. Yeah, I'm not buying a slip joint Spyderco either, to answer your question. I did ask what y'all thought about it. So that's what you thought about it. A guy commented on my video about this knife the other day saying that it has no lock. Like, that doesn't seem very safe. And I was like, I responded to him. I was like, it's got a lock in both the open and the closed position. It's just the way in the video I make it look. You can't really tell because the lock is this push button. So a lot of people don't know this knife has a lock, but you have to push it in pretty hard to get it to turn. And so if you try to flip it, it's not going to flip. I mean, it's locked. It's definitely locked. You can push the button and flip it. But yeah, it's funny. Like some knives. Yeah, these are Meton Boss Zerk scales. And I lightning anode this clip. Colors on it are brighter than they ever look in the camera, but I did a decent job on the lightning anode. I went slow on that one and got lots of lines on it. But these are Zerk, not titanium. I got lucky and got these for like, what did I pay? I think I got them for like $80, even though they were Zerk. These are Meton Boss too. I just put a deep carry gold one on this one. This is one knife that I have to sacrifice the amount of blade play I deal with to it being able to close without helping it. And I've got it right at that point right now. It's not the best as far as like the washers. So right now I've got it to where there's no blade play and it just barely closes with your hand. That's the thing I don't like about washer knives. Sometimes until they get worn in. Whereas this one in the cheaper scales has no blade play whatsoever, is on washers and closes super easy. Like this one would almost drop shut. It will drop shut. Look. There you go. You know, I don't even have to shake with it. And it's got zero blade play too, and it's on washers too. It's just the tolerances on some knives are better, I guess. Like, and these scales could be, since these are aftermarket scales, that could be part of the problem. They've got them calibrated to the, you know, the pressure from the regular scales. All right, folks. Y'all people up north, be careful with all that snow. I couldn't even imagine having to deal with that day to day. That would ruin my day. I would definitely not be able to do this live if I had to deal with snow. I'll tell you that much. We get snow maybe once, twice a year. And when we do get it, we get about a half an inch to an inch. This year with that freak snowstorm, we got like 4 inches, 4.5 inches. That's what she said. But normally we don't get but like an inch twice a year. That's all we get down here. So, you know, your CRKD knives, the squid from CRKD is by Burnley. And this is another awesome little knife. If you once you get up to stepping up to buying some like $250 and $300 knives. I mean, I know like CRKTs is how we all start. But this is like basically the squid made by the guy that designed it. And it's a nice knife. It feels high quality. I think it's one of those top 3 OEMs, I do believe. Either Riot, Bestech, or Vosteed. I can't remember who. But the action on this knife is super great. Super cool little shape knife. I'm going to start. Let me catch it. Oh, I can get a screenshot out of the video. Yeah, I can get a screenshot. I'm going to start putting some of these back. But what are y'all going to get into on this Sunday afternoon? Y'all shoveling snow? That's about it. What else is going to be going on? It's Biblio XL, though. If y'all haven't tried out Giant Mouse Knives, man, you really need to. Because they got some nice ones. And I'm just making suggestions. Like, I know that some of y'all don't want to pay that much for a knife, and I get it. I was that way for a long time. Yeah, got a lot of knives that look the same right here. What oh, 70. Yeah, that's nice weather right there. I haven't been out to California in a few years. I've been needing to go. That Pina and this Zorro made it. They're on the front. They're on the second row. Yep. Every knife has a home, and it goes back in its homes, except for my clones. They go somewhere else, and then I can't put this in my big knife case. Whoa. All right, guys. It's been a good one. We talked about a lot of knives today. Hope y'all had a good time in the chat talking to each other while I was rambling. My voice is kind of giving out, so I think I've talked enough today. And if y'all got any questions, for sure, hit me up. My email is right there if you need to get a hold of me. I don't have anything that I won't answer. You got any kind of input on what I should talk about or something you want to see talked about, hit me up. Like Ron said, give me a thumbs up, please. It'll help that algorithm. I appreciate all the support y'all have already given me. It's more than enough. 6 more episodes and I'm giving away that free knife. So make sure if you're lurking in here that you at least put a comment in at some point, because you've got to have said something in the live in order to be eligible for that free knife. And it'll probably be a free knife or 2, or I'll do 3 different picks. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna give away some stuff because I got too many knives, so I'm gonna pass them on to y'all. All right. Y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning, same time, same channel. And y'all have a good Sunday evening. Peace.